for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing BMF as we talk about season 4, episode 9, and this thing is about to wrap itself up because next week or whenever it's going to be the last episode of this series. I hope they know this. But anyway, we're going to talk about the good. We're talking about the bad. We're going to talk about Lamar coming back, as I think Jamani said he was going to pop up at the end of the villain or something. But anyway, let's do all that and let's look at our backgrounds before we start recording. And let's do it. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Alrighty, happy news. The baby is born. Yay. I was so concerned.
Two cute little babies they used too. Very cute.
The two babies.
Well, yeah, because the one that was that they did at first, like when Lucille was holding, that was a darker baby. The baby that what's her name? Nicole was holding was a lighter baby. It's two different babies. But they were both very cute babies.
They're both very cute babies. Yes. But again, as we discussed, we finally figured out this is really Nicole's story. So her choosing her mom over her supposed baby daddy, was a beautiful
that happens
moment
all the time.
But again, for these two people, it's like it's an arc, you know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because she was like, "Fuck mama, I wish I don't have a daughter because I want to be like mama." Now she like mama. So I thought that was great. DeMarcus, hello, how are you? Jamani, what'd you think about the blessed event?
Did I watch a different episode or something? Because she stood on business as far as not wanting to be with the mother.
No,
I disagree.
You
talking about after the baby's born when she's like willing to move out and get her own place.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
One is not the other. Like her. One is one we need to establish that we are a family now and we're trying to have some boundaries, which is also good. But if she was trying to shun her mama, she easily could have brought in what's the name?
Lawanda?
No. Well, yeah, also true. But I mean, which would have been more sense. No, the baby again, supposed baby daddy.
I forgot his name.
I know we know the character.
Breeze.
That's not his legal name, but yes, Breeze. I mean, she would call him Breeze. I was hoping the baby needed a blood transfusion so we could go, "You're not the father." I said, "Hey, the baby was already having complications. They had to do a cesarean." I was like, "Let's just go ahead and get this blood test thing out the way so he can be like, bitch."
That's gonna happen. You guys know that's gonna happen while they're living together, right? All of a sudden, baby's gonna have to go to the hospital, right? Because something happens, and then he's gonna need something, and then that's when it's gonna come out. Which I wish they would stop using the same thing. But all these shows use the same excuse. Oh, the baby is sick. They need blood. You're not the papa. I feel like if she could just tell Breeze, look, while you were gone, I had sex with somebody. I'm not too sure. Just be honest about it, because doing all of this and then you're gonna set up a house with this man. That is so mean and hurtful. Let him know what's going on, because she's going back to Lucille's house. I'm telling y'all that. That's my prediction.
Again, we only got one. What's up, Jamani?
I'm like, well, if that happens, dude is still gonna be mad. He's like, yeah, those complications happen because Worm was putting dents in my baby's head.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
But the baby's home. We've all been there. But anyway, continue.
But yeah, so like I just, when you have a C-section, that's a operating room.
Yes.
Right? And it's not like a vaginal birth where you could have people in there with you. So I'm like, how did her mother be able to scrub in and go into the ER with her?
Kim is about to correct.
Okay.
Or update.
So it is an operating room. Okay. I had a vaginal birth with both my kids, and I was in the operating room. But I will tell you that when they have a C-section, you don't have to scrub in. The reason why it's in is because, yes, they are cutting you open. That is very true. But no, you don't. The person who's with you does not have to scrub in. The person who's with you is actually behind what's going on. They have a whole, covering of the wound and all of that stuff. So, there's no germs coming around, to the baby or whatever. That is common. It happens all the time. When my grandson was born, we have pictures and all that stuff where my son was behind the cloth to protect his wife's stomach and, from germs and stuff. And he was right there with her while she was having the C-section. So it happens all the time that way. The only time they will rush you out with a C-section is if the mother is in duress. If she starts to go into duress, then they have to get you out, because now they have to try to, give her, medicine and things like that, and maybe pump her heart and stuff like that if she, goes that far. But other than that, it's normal.
It's interesting. Thank you. The more you know, everyone. When you have a baby. But I was wondering if unless this happened in real life, why are we going through this? Like, I truly thought, again, they were like the baby was gonna die, unfortunately, or something, because Meech told her not to name the baby after him, but she still did. So I was like, are we trying to change history because this is a dramatization? Or I was like, is the baby gonna have special needs or something? Like, why are we? I don't know. Maybe they're like, we just gotta feel some time.
There's only one episode left. Does it really matter?
I hear you.
Look, also too, STARZ has not canceled BMF yet.
And why does it say season finale at the end? It's next week.
It is a season finale.
But is it usually they would say series finale.
No, if it didn't say series finale. It said
that's his point. He's saying if it's saying season finale, then it's a season finale. But
right.
then 50's out there saying like this is it.
50
so like
he says whatever he says, right? He does that for likes. He does it because he likes to mess with people. They have not canceled it. Until STARZ comes out and says BMF is officially canceled, you can't believe what 50 is saying. You can't.
all right.
And it would say series finale. It would not say season. Just series.
So 50 just be trolling.
Yes.
Okay, so let's flip it on the other side. If this was going to continue, don't you think they would be like by now? Like season 5 has been renewed. Season 5 is coming. BMF never stops. Like something like even if they weren't going to cancel, it's kind of odd that they're not already as hype man as he is. He would be like, we're just getting started. Season 5 is going to be this. No one is talking about season 5 unless I'm missing something. Is Little Meech or the other guy, if any of them talking about a season 5 or any of the actors talking about?
It seems like Da Vinci has moved on.
I'm like, I feel like this is it. I mean, it wasn't filmed as a series finale, yes, but I'm like, I think they're like we need to do other things. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if this is always the game, then they would by now would be like, don't worry, 2026, the boys are back and we're gonna wrap this thing up. I don't think it's gonna go past 5 seasons if they did get another season. I don't know. Let's go. Kiki telling Boom Markeisha's plan was wild, and Markeisha finally got her karma.
Can you explain that car accident to me? Because I'm like, for that car accident to happen the way that they showed it, it was like he would have had to have had like a helicopter view of the situation to be in the middle of the intersection as she's coming down. I could see if it was the other way around, like he saw her coming towards the light, and he came, but he drove out and then she hit the car. So I'm like, how did he even notice she was coming down?
It's BMF, Jamani. There's certain things you just gotta let this shit go, bro. Like I had to let it go and be like, this man stalking her, and he magically figured out the geometry to make sure his car hit her car at the right fucking moment, and somehow he just didn't shoot this bitch. And I'm like, if you go through all this, Like
and
you
he
just going to
was
kill her.
injured. He had like blood in his mouth, and
I'm like, what are we? Again, if she was not based on a relatively real character that we know is supposed to live, I was like, oh, he's about to put about 4 or 5 bullets in her and be like, let's say how Terry feels about you now, and just walk away. Like you do all this and then just go home, waiting for her to come home to take care of your kids. Where the fuck them kids at? Like, let me. When she was talking,
How do you know the kids weren't in the back seat?
Stop. No, they showed the car. They showed the car. And if they were,
No, I'm saying, how did he know before it happened?
Again, he knew where she was and knew what she was doing. So somehow he knew the kids weren't there. I mean, we just got to put all that together. He don't even say crazy shit like, if it wasn't for my kid and my other kid, I don't know who the other kid belongs to, I would murder you now. Like, that's what you say. Like, I'm not killing you because you're the mother of my child and I don't know where that kid is at right now, but you're taking care of her because obviously I'm not. Like, something like this would be helpful. Also back to Kiki's conversation.
Left her to die, though.
Huh?
He still left her to die. She was like, call 911, call 911. He just kept going.
Bye, bitch.
But I could hear the cops and stuff coming. So
yeah, you could hear the background. I'm just like, come on, girl. I mean, before the show wraps up, just act like you give a damn about these kids. Lamar is a Saturday morning cartoon villain. I actually felt he was Freddy Krueger at this point. Like just kind of snatching up the kids. Like when you don't know, but then they gone. I was like,
no, I'm like that scene in the back of the hearse. I was like, this might be why the execs at STARZ got a little weary of the show, because I'm like, that seemed very pervy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna kidnap you off the playground, take you into the back of a hearse, and this is Blackie. Like, this was just. This
was a lot of things going. There was a lot of things going on, Jemani. Real quick, as DeMarcus is always, Rodney Breeze Campbell, his full legal name. Thank you, DeMarcus. I was concerned for said child, because he's killed the kid before, but like maybe not this young. So he's like, I think to your point, I think the writers were like, we can't go this far. But then I thought he was gonna kill the mama in front of the kid. Because he was very specific about, you think I would harm a child? I would not harm, which he has before, but he was always specific.
Wait, when he did hurt that, wasn't that by accident? Wasn't it Nicole's little boyfriend? Didn't he shoot
Yeah. It wasn't, yeah. I mean, I mean, it's like he felt bad. He just kept it moving. He wasn't like, oh my God, look at what I've done.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, dude, so yeah, they don't have any empathy.
Yeah. But even back to the 80s serial killer thing. I love the origin story he gave himself. My mama used to sing me stories and tell me, and she told me I was a good child, but everyone told me I was evil. And I was like, when you call someone evil, they turn evil. I was like, okay, Michael Myers. Like, okay, it's like, I didn't want to be this, but they made me this. I was like, where's the mask, bruh? You need to put on the mask. Just make one so you are complete as a villain. And then we could be like, there's a whole other series that we watching. But I'm like, this is that origin story.
No, if they scar him in the face or something, he'll wear a mask and then he'll take it off and be like, "This is what you did to me." You know.
Hey, if they were gonna get a season 5, that's what's gonna happen next week. Like for some reason, he gets scarred in the face. He's like, no, and then he from now on he wears a mask. He'd be like,
yeah, he'd be walking around like that guy from Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, well, no, he got really messed up. But I know what you're talking about. I know that was pretty hard.
Yeah, that guy with the half face thing.
Yeah, it was so beautiful the way he just died. He just set his butt down. He was like, I'm out. I was like, it was a good show. It was a
really good show. Yeah.
Yeah. HBO about that life. Baby mamas for life. I'm working on this one because I mean, mamas take care of these kids when they're around. Yes. Meech was it Meech? Who's like, I got a child somewhere. Was that Terry? I couldn't fuck. Which one mentioned his kids? Meech.
Sure it was
Meech. When he was talking, when little Meech, I guess, is talking to the actor playing his soon-to-be mama. I'm assuming that's who this woman is. I know we keep on having this conversation every week, but I feel like this is her.
It could be. Could be.
I feel like this is the next baby mama. Yes. She named the baby after Meech, but they called him Buddha. They called the baby Buddha.
Probably because he was like chubby or something.
Oh, well, that's probably Terry. But also, okay, they called the baby. You called the baby Buddha.
As a nickname, yeah. Instead of calling him Demetrius, they call him Buddha.
Oh, he is fat now. You talking about? Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's funny that again we talked about it last week that they're purposely making Terry eat so he can get somewhat to the size of the original character.
Yeah.
So I was like that's also cute. I wanted to get into Meech's mourning of his cocaine daddy because I felt this is Loco. I felt this is kind of a little weird.
That was some of the worst acting I've seen from
Big Little Meech.
Little Meech, yeah. He was like, "What happened?" It was like so dry.
They killed him. Why? He taught us everything. Didn't he meet him last season? Or was the season before that?
I thought it was a season before. He wasn't in the season before a lot, but I thought he met him the season before.
In season 2, you're saying he popped up in season 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because I was like, this, bro, you were a drug dealer before this man showed up. Like, I don't know what this is.
But I mean, I think he's saying that he taught him things that he didn't know. Because remember, Meech is supposedly like he was really young when he first started, right? And then as he has these other drug dealers, like the one, oh gosh, Woody, what is his name? Woody, the one that is Bryant's brother, his brother in real life. Remember that first drug dealer?
Yes.
I can't remember his name. Anyway, that was his first mentor, right? And then after that, I believe he had another one, but I can't remember his name either. But I know he was a handsome black guy that he used to meet him in like a restaurant or something. And then he had Loco, right?
Pat.
Yeah. Pat, that's it. Right. Pat.
Yeah.
Pat became a crackhead. Yeah.
Yes.
So Pat. And then there was another one too that was kind of muscular. Like I said, it used to be in a restaurant. But then Loco came. And
Is Boone in there somewhere?
He met Boone like once.
He was a coworker. She's talking about the guy. I remember he owned a Dairy Queen or some shit, and he was like, he owned a Dairy Queen. It was like, oh, this is how he cleans his money, and then like his girlfriend became the problem. Like she started. That was season 2. Like, that was
the girlfriend Latina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, you know what? I'm a Loco was introduced in season 3 of I was gonna ask DeMarcus, but DeMarcus knows.
All right, thank you, DeMarcus. I was wrong. My bad.
No, it's not about. It's just weird. Again, it's just with the motherfucker was only in a season and a half. This is the second season. He's like, my daddy gone. The whole
he's trying to make it seem like he was there longer by adding these Mexico scenes in to make the impact of his loss that much greater. But when they open up with Mexico in the 10th episode, I'm like, I really couldn't care less because he dead.
They need to finish this whole thing. I'm tired of the Mexico scenes.
We've said
real. Did this happen? Like,
I bet they generally crossed the border and met with a cartel leader and then took their happy ass back to America. None of this other bullshit happened because then you would be liable. Also, this is nothing. Loco got killed by the competition.
The cartel.
Who?
No, they said it was the cartel.
No, a rival cartel. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Who? Like I'm like they were being shot at by the federales, as I'm understanding, in Mexico. So what is this rival cartel all of a sudden that came to America, found Loco, only killed him, and then then Manuel set Loco up to die. So
I think so too. Support.
I mean,
I think
if Manuel would have did it himself, this would make a little bit more sense because at least we met this dude. I mean, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this random cartel. Anyway, I don't. It's again, they're trying to.
Okay, like the whole California trip. What I was like, why did 50 Cent try to beat Snowfall sequel to the punch by, yes, we're gonna introduce Bloods and Crips and score it over 2 of America's Most Wanted. I'm like, this was just stupid. Like, Demetrius is a peacemaker everywhere he goes.
Yes,
actually, that's what they say about him. Like when you listen to people talking about him, like on YouTube, or you see the documentaries about him, that's what they say about him. They say that he wanted peace between everybody, that he just wanted to make money, and he knew eventually he was going to get caught, but he was going to live his life to the fullest until he got caught. Like he knew there was an end to it, right? But he liked the thrill of it, and he liked being. Everybody said this man is a friendly dude. Like he tried to put people together that wouldn't even stand on the same block sometimes.
I think the point is that the writing is so poor that you could probably execute that of making him this humanitarian peacemaker if there was better writing and better acting. But the way it is now, I'm like, yeah.
Is well. So again, you're okay, Jamal. Both of you. I hear both of you, and I understand you. Right, this is supposed to be. But also, we said they're trying to give a message to this dude. But yeah, it's the acting. I think it's really the acting. Like the young man can't act, so his delivery of this, like, I am Gandhi of cocaine, is like it's coming off silly. And I'm like, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, let that be off camera. Let that be off camera. Like, hey, Terry and Manuel, I handled the blood crip thing, whatever. Everybody's moving our drugs. Also, this show is almost over. No one knows who the fuck BMF is. They still walk around like, hey, I'm Terry and Meech. Who the fuck are you? Oh, yeah. We move cocaine every once in a while. You may have heard of something. Not okay.
But I think that's the point, isn't it? That they're under the radar. Because I'm like, anything until the 2000s.
Under the radar of law enforcement. If they're under the radar of their fellow criminals, they're fucking up. Like if you like it's law enforcement that don't know it exists, but fellow criminals should be like, oh, I've heard of your network by now. I've heard of you in St. Louis. I've heard of you in Detroit. I've heard of you in Atlanta. But I was like, I don't know.
I gotta disagree because I'm like, if criminals know about you, then the police know about you.
That's not true. That's not true. And we've already said if they're in 3 moving on to 4 states. Law enforcement in America is dumb as fuck. If no one can put this together until they started a record label and put a fucking billboard up, and they're like, oh, BMF. Let's look into these guys. Like, law enforcement is dumb as shit across America, coast to coast. Like this, it doesn't make sense, Jamani. If this was season 1, I could understand. If they were just getting started, I would understand. 3 states, and they're moving on to 4, and they're still like a mom and pop shop.
But you have to think about it. If you're a drug dealer in California, what do you care about who's selling the drugs in St. Louis? Like,
because you're looking for the supplier. They're not drug dealers, they're drug suppliers. And without the suppliers, you ain't dealing shit. So when you hear about somebody moving Pure White Girl, which it has to be a new album cover. I'm sure someone started this already, but Pure White Girl, as 2 black dudes in America among black cocaine dealers who got the whitest of the white girl, it. In 3 states, it. And you're like, oh shit, I've heard of your product. At least when Franklin was moving, his crack was known. They're like, oh, you the crack dude. Yeah, that's me. They're like, oh shit, can I get down with you?
Okay, but that was in California.
That was good.
It wasn't like when they started moving out of state, like everybody knew who Franklin was when they started, shipping the stuff out of state.
If he was in 3 other states, Snowfall would have got this right. Snowfall would have been like, we've heard of you. I mean, we all agreed that Snowfall fucked up because eventually they should have got to the East Coast. But hold on, we got a lot of things going on. We got Nicole and this Ashley character look too young for me to be comfortable watching them. Has 6. Looks like R. Kelly-ish. That's just good acting, I guess. Who's Nicole? I'm sorry. Are we talking about like Nicole, like the sister? Are we talking about that Nicole?
Nicole is the sister, and then Ashley is the young lady that Meech slept with after he went to the palace or whatever it's called. That girl looks extremely young, but I don't believe she is. I believe she's probably like late 20s, early 30s. She's a very good looking girl, but she does look she's actually really petite. Like her body, even Nicole is bigger than her, and Nicole's not big at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
So
I see what you're saying, Nikki, but they're acting. I don't
yeah,
want to have sex anymore. I
yeah,
prefer.
that's
Why do we have to every episode see
every,
Meech get
every
laid?
episode.
No.
Every fucking episode, he got to swing that big Meech. I'm like, I don't need to see this shit. I
Is it
don't
good?
need to. I remember he was like, you should be called Big Meech. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Remember that dildo? Hilarious. I'm like, this is not okay. Like, none of this is necessary. This is the wrong show. Unless one of them is Meech's future mama, let's just keep this off camera. Like, it's this off camera. What happened to Lucky? I mean, she's fine, and she looks old enough to be having sex, and I would appreciate that.
She said she wanted to be for the streets.
What's up?
I said, remember last season she said she wanted to be for the streets, and then she dimed them out to the other drug dealers or something like that.
Oh, I don't remember that. I saw a lot of booties in the air. I was just like, where's Lucky? I'm like, again, P Valley's not coming back for a while. You got a good strip club going on here. Let's make that something. No work has been moved all season. No, work is done off camera. That's not true. And that's my problem with this show and Power Book 2. Three. Drug dealing happens off camera. That's the side story. We're moving dick on camera. Like I'm like, we're kind of confused on what should be on camera and not on camera. But yes, they've been working. They've been moving work. It's just, you just don't get to see it. I didn't know about the Magic Johnson charity things. I was like, okay, a little bit of Black history. I'm like, all right. I was like, surprising.
That's when Magic Johnson was out there, just doing it.
I wonder if they could bring up the AIDS. So we talked about time. So it's 1996 now, right? Because listening to the music, I'm like, that's Tupac. That's like 96, right? Like we should be not solid 96 now. So I'm like,
at least 95, at least. Yeah.
No, that song, you're right, 95, 96. So, but I feel, look it up. He just got out of prison. That was part of his double album. So I felt like it was like 96, or maybe they're still listening to it in 96. Anybody born?
Yeah, I'm like, that All Eyes on Me came out in February of 96.
So I'm like,
he died in 96 too. He died on September 13th, 1996.
So it ain't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if they're gonna cover his death in the next episode. Latifah wasn't wearing her headpieces in 96. Was she in this episode? Or we just
she was. She was just a spot on the wall, basically.
Oh.
It wasn't. She was actually a person, but they had a hat on her. It's like one of the hats that Queen used to wear, not the crown hat, but just like a regular flop hat. And she had on that. Yeah.
Okay. We still in 1995. We cannot still be in 1995. not what the we should be, but not. This show doesn't do specific years, just eras. So just it ain't specific. It's just, well, again, as we pointed out, they did do the Source Awards, which was very specific in time. So there is some type of it. Like they have to be past that. So like so there are some event, and then you got tack on 9 months for a baby and stuff. Like. Time is also real quick. Nicole and Breeze moving out to get their own place. They're not going to do it. What they need to do is have them rejected because Nikki's credit's fucked up. And she's like, "What? Yeah, you can't. Your credit's terrible."
That's it, David. That's it.
Like, forget the blood test. I want the credit. I want the credit report. She just whoops her mom's ass.
Do you know how mad? Do you know how mad I would be if that happened? Oh my God. I would be so mad at my parent. I'd be like, really? Like,
I was like, dude, I would choke the shit out of my mom. Like, what did you do? I'm sorry, baby. I needed this dress. The Lord said he would provide, and he provided your credit. And I was like, and your daddy told me to stop.
Do you know how often that happened way back when? Like, I have, like, my ex-husband's family. They used to put bills in 2-year-olds' names. They used to do this stuff all. I used to be like, what? They used to do this all the time. Not just them, but a lot of that's where I learned it from. I was like, you can do that? And they were like, of course you can.
That's a thing. That's the thing. There's a whole generation of black people who ain't got no credit because their parents fucked them up. Yep.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yep. Yeah, you don't see that on TV. That'll be on the Shy next season. I thought I was gonna see Tupac in this episode. I don't get that part. TEMU.
Tupac in this episode.
I heard you. It would have been interesting.
No, Timu. You don't know what Timu is?
I just said I don't know that, Jamani.
Timu is like the online store where it sells all the cheap shit. You know, it's like the Chinese made knockoffs. So you're saying basically a knockoff.
Thank you very much. I was confused, but thank you very much. I thought since they were in Hollywood during 1990 something, you would have thought they would have saw Dre, fucking like I said, Tupac or something of the era. That maybe they couldn't afford any actors of the to do all that. I don't know. Lucille finally got her karma with Nicole. Again, let's not. I disagree with the whole karma thing. I think this shows Nicole growing up or trying to, at least. I mean, like, I got a baby now. I want to have a family. You know what I'm saying? I got married, and we need to do something better. I mean, they didn't get married.
But I have a question.
That was beat making.
No, I like the fact that.
Hold up, Jamani. Kim said.
So how come Lucille just doesn't get a job? Like, I understand that she's doing the church thing, right? But church is not all day. Okay, church is on Sunday, right? This particular church is on Sunday, right? We all agreed on that, right?
Yes,
the rest of the week, unless she's doing church business for 8 to 10 hours a day, there is no reason why this woman needs to be on the system. Your kids are grown. Even when they said 18, I was like, when you're 18, they kick you off the system. So if you have a baby, what happens is Nicole can apply for assistance, not her mother. Nicole, for her and her baby. So when they said Nicole was already 18 and they're putting her on the system, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That makes none, because that's when they kick your children off. So Lucille needs to put on her big girl panties and get a job. Like, I don't get.
It's a new girl Meech back. So I hear. So Jamani, you're in mid sentence. Go on.
Yeah, I agree with the fact that she's getting her comeuppance because she was talking all this crap about Nicole not paying for stuff and just everything about her needing the welfare or whatever. Now she doesn't have Nicole, and it's just her all alone in this house wanting welfare. She lost her job at the church, so that's not even part of the conversation.
Oh, that's right. I'm
like, and when the lady said maybe we could try to keep you on doing something, and she just said, "Gone, get gone." So I don't think she still works at the Wendy's. She's just a welfare queen, like I said.
So this is where we circle back to the fact that one of her sons has a legitimate restaurant that might need some people with food skills. You know what I'm saying? Like she could manage the restaurant, and she would be working right next to her daughter, who also should be being paid a pretty penny, since they both working for their brother/son, and they would be fine, and they could just run the restaurant, or he could start a new restaurant with that big ass fucking gold chain he's fucking wearing with diamonds in it. Like, just put that money into a place that your family can work. Like,
better than all of that, right? Do the Tasha St. Patrick thing, and you will be happy because she will be taking care of all of the grandkids or whatever.
Open the daycare.
And it don't even have to be other kids, it just be family, because everybody got a bunch of kids. So
that, you know what? That's a good point. Let's take that to the Shy, right? So if fucking Emmett opened a daycare, he could get paid to take care of his own damn kids. You know what I'm saying? Or at least hang out with them at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's another story. That's for season 8. We'll talk about that in season 8. They keep insulting our intelligence with this show. It keeps getting more corny. They talking and shooting. What the fuck? What's up with that? I don't know. We do talk about the fact that, again, Meech, he can fight. He fought in this episode. He committed some type of assault. I was impressed, but notice he didn't really hurt anybody permanently, and he didn't hit anyone with those machine guns he was shooting off because, again, law enforcement's watching this show. So they're like, shh. It's like nothing really happened. No major consequence. And he made up with them by trying to sell them cocaine. because that's how you end a lot of problems in the black community. Cocaine. And I was like,
it was so hilarious when he was in Mexico and he was shooting. I mean, well, he wasn't shooting. He had the gun out the window, and then when he's about to pull the trigger, the camera cuts to another scene.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I had this joke in my head. I was gonna say, he said, "Loco taught me everything. He didn't teach you Spanish apparently because trash." Like this, you're talking to Manuel still. I thought Big Meech was gonna start banging Manuel's woman, or at least try, or maybe Terry. Maybe that was gonna be season 5. I'm like, why is this half-dressed woman here? I mean, I appreciate it, but I'm like, are we trying to achieve something with this? I'm like, I don't.
They're like, we've never seen women with titties that sit up like this. I'm like, you've never watched TV?
He's like, woohoo, LA titties. We don't got titties like that. Not where we from. It was, that reminds me of when B. Mickey met Kato. She's like, oh, she's special. She can't just be black. She's special. She must have got some Indian in her or something. She one of the special ones. I was like, God damn, bro. You know how ignorant you sound right now? He's like, you must. I was like, It's like, anyway. I am from LA. They're acting like he created a treaty between the Bloods and Crips. They went too far. Like, he sat down the entire fucking crew and was like, I am Meech. I shall bring you peace and prosperity. Just sell my cocaine and go out there and do great things. They're like, thank you, Meech.
Gandhi of drug dealing.
Love it. I love
Just
it.
let him have it.
I love it. He fed the multitudes with one with one brick of cocaine. He was just on the mount, just cracking it out. He was that's what I want. I want him sitting on a hill in LA, and if all the fucking drug dealers just come to him, and he's like,
well, his house, I believe the LA house was the White House, and it was up on a hill.
Oh, look, see?
Yeah, he did. He lived up on a hill.
Look at that. Look, what was that? Him or Terry?
That was him. That was him, because they eventually bust into that house, but Meech had already left with oh my gosh, I can't remember the little skinny girl's name, Yogi or Yugi or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Big Meech smashing the bottle over Big Shot head was hilarious. Yes, the fight choreography is hilarious. Like, I gotta say that. Like, it's like everything seems to be, it's like and I'm like, y'all really working this thing out, huh? Like, just want to make sure that no real hits happen. I was like, y'all need to speed this up or something, because this look kind of weird. Like, I was like, these fight. No, I'm not believing any of this. Also, anyway, somebody brought up Charles confronting B. Mickey as B. Mickey came to kill them. Finally, what do you think about the after school special moment of Charles being like, do better, B. Mickey. You should. Anyway, I gotta go back in here and get this drug money, because I'm working the studio now. But you, not you.
What I found to be funny is this episode, it was like everybody knows everything immediately. It was, you're here, so you can't be working at the factory anymore. You have to be selling drugs again. Like,
I could be vacationing.
Yeah, I'm like
my friends.
I'm like, he saw the gun and you're coming to kill them instead of protecting yourself. Okay. I'm like, and then when you have Meech later, like, it was B. Mickey. It was B. Mickey the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's kiss my ass.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
How did that happen? I was like, all of a sudden, he just figured it out. Yes. I was like, no.
Stop it. He's like, he must have been the one that got G Pusher, but he didn't kill him because he wanted to come after us. And he said, and everybody knows that whoever killed the snitch is doing this to make BMF look like killers, and they would never do that. Everybody figured this out. I was like, was that really the plan? I was like, I thought he was just mad. Yogi. Okay, tomorrow. I don't. K9 was the name. K9 was the name of the other mentor.
And Yogi is the young lady that when they came to Meech's house, the White House, and they were coming to arrest him, him and Yogi took off and they went to Vegas. Yes, they were running from the law, but then eventually they came back because Meech was like, we can't outrun this. I'm gonna get arrested. So he just surrendered. Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Monique's character. She officially sold her section of the club to Meech off camera and just never came back. Like maybe she cost too much. Maybe 50 didn't want to deal with her. I don't know. Maybe she had to go do a Netflix special. I don't know. Because her sister died though, right? Like in the end, right? Like that, and that's why those were another reason why she left. Like her sister ultimately died of whatever she was dying from. I remember that. Charles turning his nose up at B Mickey playing Foxy Brown. Would have got Charles popped. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they were trying to achieve with this. Again, they're trying to make Charles also relevant in this particular point. He saw the gun in his pants and just assumed, oh, you must be back drug dealing. And I could see 1 + 1 = 2 right now. Like I could get that. I get that part. But his whole kind of guilt trip of, we gave you church money, but shouldn't it crossed his mind to be like, wait a minute, if you're making drug money, why the fuck do we have to give you church money? And we didn't give you shit, Charles, because you ain't got shit. Your wife gave the church and your wife gave him that. All we did for you. What the fuck did you do for him?
And I'm like,
Charles,
he's like, you're back drug dealer. It's like, yeah, he was working and not drug dealing when you gave him the money. But now he's drug dealing again. Like it's two separate times.
That's all right. He could have been like, hey, I can't make money like you. B Mickey keeping that gun was outrageous. So let's talk. Yeah, that's right. So Bryant finds the gun, realizes that's his gun, and still turns it into evidence. I didn't. Also, his fingerprints are all over that bitch. So that
Wait,
right
did he
there.
turn it in? He didn't turn it in yet, though. He just
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He thought about it. No, he turned it in because he put it on the thing. And he was like, run this for whatever to see if it's connected to any murders. And then the big dude that was with him.
No, but I'm like, how is that the same gun? Because you remember all the flashbacks are happening, and his son shot the kid with the gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the dad didn't the dad pick it up though? I thought he did before the cops got there, didn't he?
I think
no. He stole it out the
safe. So, but it should be. The point is, it should be in police custody because he shot the dude. So he shot the kid. So it should have got wrapped up when he got wrapped up. Isn't that your point, Jamani?
Yeah. So I'm like, how does B Mickey have it again after the kid shot the other kid?
Because didn't he take it out of evidence and then put it in a locker in his house? I mean, in a safe in his house?
Yeah,
but that's before. Yeah. I mean, see, in the end, that's how he saw. He went home, and y'all called it. It was like the kid's gonna take it and take care of his own issues. But he went home, saw the gun was gone, was like, oh shit, and then like that's when it hit him, and he was like, that's how he used it. Either way, it should be the cops in Detroit. Is the point. Because the kid should have got caught on after shooting the kid because he didn't get to go anywhere. So he still should be sitting there with the gun, which is that gun. So I don't know what happened. Yeah, what happened to the nosy neighbor? Yeah, I don't know. She should have maybe confronted B Mickey. That would have been interesting. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that person. Too many
plot holes. Was he supposed to shoot somebody with the gun and blame it on Brian or something like what? That part of the plan has not been spelled out.
No, he was gonna break into the house with the screwdriver and then just shoot him. I mean, wasn't no blame it on Charles.
No, I'm talking about the gun he had in the vent.
I don't know why he didn't have it with him. I don't know why he didn't have it with him when he was trying to kill Terry and Meech. Like, why do you have a separate
had a gun when he went there, right? But
it should have been the same gun.
That's a different gun.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't explain why there was two guns. I guess to your point, like, why was he keeping it? Like, yeah, was he trying to frame? That's a good point. Maybe he wanted to kill the snitch with that gun so he could somehow blame Bryant. Is that right? Is that maybe that was the plan?
That's what I think, but I don't know. That part is a little confusing for me.
I don't know. We still don't know how he even got it. DeMarcus, do you know? I'm confused. That's Bryant got fired in Detroit. That's why he got fired, because the son used the gun. So it still should be in police custody in Detroit. Miss Watson, thank you, DeMarcus. So I'm confused, bro. Don't make me lie. That gun was the fancy one B Mickey had in season 1. That's a different gun that Bryant found that ended lace. Okay, all right. And then okay, who Bryant saw this is another thing. I think we talked about this. So Bryant only has one CI, one shot at taking down his 2 white whales, and he makes no effort to sit outside the club and supervise said snitch to make sure he makes it in and out safely, and to debrief him at that moment. Instead, apparently, he goes home, smokes some cigarettes, eats some Cheetos, and say, "I'll get to my snitch in the morning at some point." Then finds the motherfucker dead. Also, at the same time all this is happening, Nicole is still sitting in the hospital waiting to give birth. It's like both of these happen at the same time, and it's daytime when they find his body. She's still like, I'm like, oh shit.
Well, she was in labor 36 hours.
I'm like, damn. Did they say that?
I was in labor 34 with my first one. So yes, it can happen.
But did she say that? You saying she said that?
Yeah, they said it. They said it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a long time sitting in that chair. I mean, I can understand her being like. It happens
if you don't have the proper insurance, right? They're gonna pull people in the emergency room. It's not the way it should work, but that's how it works. If you got the insurance, you go before people who don't have the insurance. You even go before people who have Medicaid, which is insurance, right? But it's, of course, when you're on welfare, right? Yeah.
I said, well, there you go. Bryant could use Mingo as a CI against Meech. Is that the one who was like, he met his daddy or some shit? Was that the one who met his daddy in the prison?
I don't know.
It was like, I love you, daddy. They had the conversation. He was like, son, don't be like me. You can be in labor for days.
You can. Yep, that's right.
All right, so like it just seemed kind of weird the way time was rolling. I was just like, y'all need to explain this. But Lamar is BMF of Ronnie Mathis, got mommy issues. Yeah, all right. I wouldn't call it mommy issues. Again, his mom uplifted him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like society turned him. He's saying society turned me like this. Like my mama was always there. He
allowed himself to be turned because there's plenty of people who grow up in bad situations and they grow up to be wonderful people. He chose to embrace his environment, so that's on him.
it's and we talk about this, just the victim mentality, but you're a psychopath like this. Things happen to you. I mean, I love the writing though, how they brought back Blackie. They brought back like it's like I had a dog, I loved him, but now he's gone. like he don't fully appreciate like he's responsible for all this shit. I had a daughter too, but you know her mommy went to heaven and now she's mad at me. He is a great character. All of this should have been season 2 at best, and then we move on. But we're still in deal with Lamar in season 4. You act like you ain't got shit to write about. That's what we're saying.
You know, they act like there's no other character that could be coming after them. Like Lamar's been coming after them from season 1 on. Like stop.
And Bryant,
season 2, I guess. But Bryant,
right.
That's one thing too. If Bryant got fired, right? Okay. Yeah. So then why is Atlanta? And isn't that guy a football player in real life? I believe that he's working with that character who's
the big dude. Yeah.
Him. So you didn't check to make sure that Bryant is still with the force. So you know what I'm saying? Like I understand that he's a dirty cop. The other guy's a dirty cop too. But still, Bryant is no longer a cop. So why are you allowing him into your investigation? You know, to do that, like
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, you get thrown out in court. Like if you're not even a cop and you're
Also,
it's interfering with an investigation, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, he touched the weapon. Like it's already tainted evidence at that point. Like your fingerprints are. What's up, Jamani? What's up?
Yeah, that was. This show was a great example of life imitating art, because you will have police officers that will watch this show and then, you know, they will go somewhere and they're like, oh, you know, play the whole exigent circumstance thing that they played. And we got to break down the door because I think I forgot what they said in this episode, but, you know, the whole I hear a baby crying or something, so I don't need a search warrant. I could just go right on in.
But that happened to your point. That happens in a lot of shows. And it's funny you should bring that up because was it it was John Oliver or it was John Oliver who said like how many cops get a lot of their legal advice from like Law and Order. it's like you probably shouldn't do that, but it's like I saw it on TV a couple of times. That blockhead High Top was not around in 1996. So it's funny anyway. It's funny you should bring these kind of little things up because it irritates me when I hear 90s people or characters saying literally like that wasn't a thing then, or standing 10 toes down. I'm like, no, I disagree that was a thing then. That's current writers writing for past characters, and you're trying to make it relatable to the audience. But I'm like, please check your slang. Bryant didn't fired. He got suspended, and then he got put back when he and Jen arrested Henry. Oh, well, there you go. So he's still legal. Henry was a good character. I saw someone said she was trash. I liked Henry, and I felt that she was more relevant than a lot of the characters in that last season. Also, I feel like she should join the Shy. Like as the many hard studs they brought on that show, Henry would be genuine, and I would love to see her on the Shy, taking down Nook. I want her to kill Nook and become the new Nook. And she looked like a Batman villain, to be real, last season. But more Henry, if I may. Talking about.
Oh, and I just want to make a comment on the hairstyle. So I just looked up 1996 hairstyles. That high top fade was there. It was definitely one of the hairstyles for black men. We also still had Jerry curls. We had a lot of stuff, right? We still do it. But I mean, it was this is the thing about hair and clothes and stuff. Maybe in Atlanta they had the high top fade, but maybe in New York they didn't, or some people had it and other people. Fashion is different in every city. So like something that was in New York like 3 weeks ago may only get to Atlanta a month later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how fashion was. I don't know if it's still like that, but I remember like in the 80s and 90s, that's how it was. Like some cities get different fashion, like the whole denim thing. Remember when everybody was wearing the denim and it was like faded, and you had different parts of it that were faded, and some of it was regular color. That style was in New York for a long time, and then finally it went around everywhere to like Detroit and all these different places. New York is like the hub of fashion, so we get everything first, and everybody else gets everything second. I mean, it's true.
Jumanji start on LA at least. I mean, I would say a lot of things may start, but that's not everything. Like, I mean, so
no, but I'm telling you, it's absolutely the truth. That's how fashion works. Fashion, you know how it works.
I'm saying like certain things may come for certain places. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that like when like Nelly showed up with the whole the Band-Aid on the eye, like you know what I'm saying? Like certain things like
but that was for his sister, and that was for his sister.
No, it was for his friend that was in jail.
Oh, okay.
Neither he cut himself and he got stuck here, and then it became a thing. Like he said that, like he hurt himself, but he had to go. Just like Salt and Pepper's hair, like that was an accident, and it just became a thing.
Oh, and I had the Salt and Pepper, all their hair.
No, I thought the accident was the Gumby with Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
they both could be true, but Salt and Pepper wasn't true because they did when Chris Rock did Good Hair. She explained that it was a bad perm and she had to shave the whole thing before she went on stage, and then that became a thing. And then Nelly said he cut himself or something. He had to go to a photo shoot, so he had a little Band-Aid to cover it up, and then it just became a thing. People thought it was a thing and it became a thing. Who said Zoe? I have a daughter named Zoe. Like she's not a person. Who said that? Who has a daughter?
Oh, that was Lamar. Lamar said that. Remember his?
Okay. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. That he tried. He was like, again, it was cool how they kind of brought it. He was trying to bring back the character. He unlike Meech and them, like he made an effort to try to be with the child. Wasn't even his, if I remember correctly, right? Like that wasn't actually his daughter.
They never told us who that child father was, but the mother kept saying it was Lamar's. She kept saying, even when she was dying, she was like, it's yours, but.
She was like, I like Henry character in season 3 also. Yeah, I thought she was. Keep Henry off my damn TV. I get it. It was her. the writing just pushed her. I agree. The writing kind of pushed her into like again some kind of cartoon villain. Like it was a bit much. And then Daddy was hard. I wanted more of that family. I just thought they were far more relevant to a drug dealing show than Meech and crew. Terry and Meech still got froze. B Mickey has a low wave. Dude has a high top. It's too many errors. So again, like you said, some people keep shit for their own thing, and they're just trying to capture the general past, right? Like it's unless we see one of them walk around in skinny jeans, we're good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my god, it irritates the fuck out of me.
Skinny jeans were around in the 80s, early 90s because of punk rock. It wasn't even a black thing.
That's what I mean. To the extent if you see Thug, if you see anyone in BMF with skinny jeans in the 90s, no, okay, that's not how that's supposed to go. All right, like so that you're doing too much.
Yeah.
I'll scroll up. All right, so this part of the conversation. All right, let's see. They lied to us. BMF doesn't take place in the 90s. It takes place in the 90s, many years after our social media became illegal and some reason. all right, so it's the alternate universe is what you're going for. All right, I love that theory. It's they're just throwing stuff at the screen and seeing what sticks, you know, and like and what nostalgia we can glean from it to be like, oh, I remember that, or I kind of remember this, and it's all made up, and the points don't matter. Like you just gotta kind of keep it going.
It's like Godfather of Harlem is fan fiction for drug dealing.
Yep.
That you know what, but to your point, Jamani, Godfather was far more egregious because they made an effort to put these characters into historical events that either you knew or you could easily Google and be like, stop it. Like, stop it. Like, why are you like Bill Clinton's shit hasn't happened yet? Monica Lewinsky, all that shit hasn't happened yet. Like, there's a lot of things going on in the world that they're like that BMF is just kind of like not thinking about, right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean the Gulf War, like there's a lot of things that they could have talked about, but then that would put them in a time. And they're like, no, we're just gonna keep it moving. The Bulls, I mean, like they generally kind of mention that. And I thought about that also with Power Book 3. I'm like, shouldn't you be talking about the finals right about now? Like, it'd be like, if you're going to be like, we're trying to keep it in this 90s era, like there's certain things that happen. Anyway, but shows would pigeonhole themselves if they went too far with that kind of stuff. Hey, this is it, y'all. Don't worry about it. I stand firm. There ain't going to be no season 5. But if there is, we'll still be here. I didn't think Reasonable Doubt was coming back. Look how silly I looked. Fuck. I was like, what? Half of BMF is gonna be in that show. No, I'm kidding. No, they do. They got Tommy. They got some other actor who used to be in it. So we're gonna do that. Don't worry about that. This show is shallow. They ain't got no talk. Yeah, it's again. They are kind of insular, you know, to what's going on in their own lives, and even that stuff is obviously, you know, made up. Anyway, come on. Let's wrap this shit up so we can talk about Eddie Murphy's new flick, which I actually like. I thought it was pretty decent. All right, Giovanni, any final words for the BMF crew?
Yeah, they've kind of set the table for it to be a thrilling season finale with B Mickey and
Lamar.
You know. I just want to know, how do you do a cross-country trip with kidnapped victims in the back of a hearse? Like, how do you gas up and them not scream or run away? Like, how do you take them to the bathroom? And then, like, this is a movie in and of itself that I just want to see, like, separate from BMF, because they're just going to automatically just next episode be in Atlanta. Like, I want to see how they
made that happen.
Yeah, because it seems very impossible.
I mean, as much as Charles being a regular dude, fly here immediately because your daughter's having a baby. Like, that's not how any of that works. Like, I don't have enough money to buy a plane ticket. It will cost hundreds of dollars at this point that he don't have. And it's like he's gonna.
How do you know he didn't ask Meech or Terry off camera for money? His kids have millions.
hold of them, Kim. He couldn't get a hold of them.
No, like he's married to Lucille. I'm sure there was some petty cash at the studio, and he just took it.
So to both of your points, if he would have been like, I can't get hold of my sons, I need to get home to my daughter. Oh, look, I found bricks of cocaine and stacks of hundreds. Let me take the stacks of hundreds to the airport before 9/11, and they just gave him a plane ticket. That I would believe it. I would believe that. I'm like, okay, let's see how this rolls. It was just weird to be like, come on now, she's in labor right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it home. I'll be there, but let's calm that down. I was like, I'm not gonna make it for the baby's born. That's
did they have Spirit Airline back then?
What's up?
I said, did they have Spirit Airline back then? You
know, no. I mean, like that American or Delta
ticket.
I don't know. Anyway, anything else, Jamani?
No, I'll be here next week. Like, comments.
Are you coming for Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, I'll only be half of it because I gotta run out. But yeah, I'll be there for the beginning.
All right, man. I'll see you there. All right, Kim. What's for you? What you got?
Yeah, I don't know. This show is extremely annoying because they just, I don't know, they just brain it down, making everything seem like it was so hunky dory. It's like, come on, man. It just wasn't that. Drug dealing involves violence, murder, people going to jail. Like it's just like they're trying to leave all of that out as far as like Terry and Meech until the very end. Then we see, oh, they got brought down. I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, I'll keep watching it just so we can talk about it. But it's, yeah. I'm tired of Lamar. I love the actor Lamar. I do. I think he's very handsome. He's wonderful to look at. But I'm tired of them only using this person. So you mean to tell me out of all these years, Lamar is the only villain that stuck it out? Was like, I'm going to get you, Meech. I'm going to get you, Terry. Come on. There had to be other people. Their enemies are on video talking about them. So you mean you couldn't make up some more characters other than Lamar? But okay. Anyway. All right. Thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Thanks, you. All right. Okay. Let me make me big screen. All right. So you're cool. Nicole isn't gonna get approved. Yeah, because Lucille maxed out her credit. We talked about that, but yeah, it's true. I mean, that's gonna be true. Thank you guys very much. He got money out of that wooden box. Oh, it's possible. Maybe he sold those guitars. Anyways, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Please join us for Eddie Murphy's new movie, The Pickup. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good for one of Eddie Murphy's best streaming movie, I thought. But anyway, check out our exit, and we will see you for the next video. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.